Hello, my name is Josie Martinez, and I'm presenting my historical timeline. My group members are Melissa Finks, Daisy Herreras, and Hannah Gonzalez. Title VII Bilingual Education Act of 1968. Key points: 37 similar bills combined into one, entered into federal laws. Title VII of the ESEA provided grants to school districts, reauthorized 6 times. Original bill didn't include the definition of bilingual education. Implications: greater recognition of bilingual education, increasing support for development of dual language programs. Limitations: only applied to funded programs and wasn't always in line with students' home languages. Every Student Succeeds Act of 2015. Key points: reauthorized in 2016, also known as the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965, guarantees that all students have equal opportunities to high quality education. Core subjects have high standards, students can receive accommodations, and schools must keep gap closed between the 4 subgroups. Implications: wide range of accommodations reinforce expectations that special education students can and should be on level or close. States flexibility: applications didn't address how ELL issues would be handled. ELLs are grouped with others to become one super subgroup, losing the uniqueness of their language. No Child Left Behind Act of 2001. Key points: replace the Title VII, provided formal grants to state education agencies, provided sub-grants to local education agencies, says that ELL programs only meet 2 requirements: teach English and teach academic content. Sole focus is English. Implications: required states to record ELL programs by using ELPs, the state testing with correct accreditation starting in the 3rd grade. Limitations: inappropriate placing in special education classes, doesn't recognize bilingual benefits. If a subgroup fails adequate yearly progress, then the whole school fails the AYP. Brown versus the Board of Education in 1954, ruled unlawful to discriminate against any group of people, ruled that the state mandated separate education is not equal. Implications: state must provide students with high education opportunities, high quality bilingual programs. Limitations: Brown was unsuccessful in his mission. Liu versus Nicholas, 1974. Key points: sink or swim approach is unconstitutional, created the law remedies, created the Equal Education Opportunity Act. Implications: bilingual education program for ELLs, state should not deny students of educational opportunities. Limitations: the Supreme Court did not mandate it. Proposition 227, 1998. Key points: requires public schools to teach classes in only English, provide short-term placement for ELLs, requirements can be waived if the student already knows English. Implications: shorten the amount of time that ELLs stay in special classes. Limitations: eliminated bilingual classes. Castrandra versus Pickard in 1981. Key points: Mexican-American parents sued a school district in Texas because they were failing to address the needs of ELL students, claimed that the district was discriminating against them because of ethnicity. They argued that the classroom was segregated using a grouping system based on racially and ethnically discriminatory criteria. Tried in 1978, but the judge ruled in favor of the district. Was appealed in 1981, and the court ruled in favor of the parents. Allows a great deal of flexibility in the program, models, and approaches for ELLs. Implications: establish 3 criteria for programs serving ELL students based on sound educational theory, implemented effectively with adequate resources and personnel, evaluated to determine whether it's effective in overcoming language handicaps. Limitations: the judge did not rule in favor of the parents and families until it was appealed years later. Section 504 of the Vocational Rehabilitation Act, Special Education 1973. Key points: prevents discrimination against all individuals with disabilities in programs that receive federal funds, protects the rights of individuals with visible disabilities, but also those with disabilities that may not be apparent, Other students who might receive assistance, health problems such as asthma and extreme allergies, and those with physical disabilities who do not need special education. Implications: school-age children, equal opportunity for participation in school activities. Students not eligible through special education may be entitled to receive special types of assistance to help them. Limitations: because some disabilities may not be apparent, educators may not give students the assistance they need. Americans with Disabilities Act. Key points. Law was amended and updated in 2008, protects rights of individuals with disabilities, requires public and private sectors to make reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities, and protects people with disabilities from discrimination when looking for a job. Implications: places open to the public are accessible to people with disabilities. Telecommunication companies make options available for people with hearing loss and speech impairments. Limitations: does not deal directly with the education of students with disabilities. Doe versus Withers, 20 IDE LR 422, 426 through 427, 1993. Key points. Mr. Wither did not make accommodations for a student with a learning disability. Student failed and was ineligible for athletics. Ruled that Mr. Withers failed to make good faith effort to require accommodations. Implications: Doe's family was awarded compensatory damages and punitive damages. Limitations: Mr. Wither was liable for failing effort to provide accommodations. And then here is our reference point. And that is the end. Thank you.